Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to Deb Chanel's 40th World, where we will be discussing the bold and the beautiful today for today's episode that aired on June 14th, Tuesday, 2016, Eastern Standard Time, my time, which is 1:30. Please make sure you're tweeting out on your Twitter account and Facebook. You're sharing my videos with all your loved ones, your friends, and anybody else you wanted to either tweet me out, share on your Facebook, Snapchat, or whatever. Please make sure you comment on my videos. Let me know how I'm doing. Follow me and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed to my channel. And tell lots of friends and family members about me. But today we're going to be going over the Bold and the Beautiful that aired today, which is Tuesday. And just to give you a little summary of what they gave me to review about the episode today was Liam is given a stern lecture by Bill about family and his possible excommunication from it, meaning ostracized if he don't follow the rules of engagement. Okay, then we have Thomas informs Caroline about the role he plans on playing in Douglas' life. Somehow Caroline doesn't really get what he's going with it. So, pretty much we recapping as always from the last scenes. And pretty much what left off from yesterday on that episode was really Wyatt being torn between whether he's Stephanie's husband still or not. So somehow we got on the scene with Caroline and Thomas today, but it's okay. I guess they need to play them up a little bit more. But Caroline and Thomas, the scene sets where Thomas is coming in from a swim, and he thought maybe Ridge or Caroline was going to come out there and join him, but he didn't. They didn't, rather. And Caroline goes on to tell him, well, parenthood just kind of tires everybody out, and your father's upstairs sleeping, and so is baby Douglas. And then she kind of feels bad that she said that, because yes, you should feel bad, Caroline. You should just stop this whole facade of a lie and get things together. But anyway, she thinks you probably said the wrong thing to upset Thomas, because he's a parent, that is his child, but yet he still don't really have a real role in his son's life. And what a shame, what a shame. But then we move on from there. We go to Liam and Steffi. They're still going over things, talking about all this what if scenario, which is a bunch of prop. Then we go back to Emmy and Bill and Wyatt, and they're both trying to understand and want the results quick, fast, and in a hurry on whether or not Wyatt is truly married to Steffi or not. So, of course, she comes in and she's trying to go over everything of why he feels that they're not married. And, did they really think that the minister that officiated at his wedding wasn't legit? But, of course, she goes into her computer and she resolves all that issue and finds that the Reverend is truly, in fact, a Reverend. And he is a legit officiator for the state of California. So, yes. They are married. All right. Just like I pretty much told y'all on yesterday's episode, or how it was going to fare out. Then we go back to Caroline and Thomas. Caroline is asking about Wyatt and Steffi and, how they're doing and all this. And, of course, Thomas tries to deflect. I mean, he worried about Steffi. He ain't worried about damn Steffi. He worried about himself, that baby, and Caroline. But he somewhat starts talking in that fashion. But Caroline acting like she ain't picking up on none of the hits. None of the hits that he's trying to bring out to that fact or that point of reference. Then we go back to Liam and Steffi. Liam is asking Steffi if she would leave Wyatt if she could, if this was her opening, break or dash from that marriage. And she's being all, one-sided again. She like to play both fences. That's why I'm tired of her. They need to put her on the hot seat, both of them, with both of them being present, okay? Because now she's like, I can't just leave my marriage. I love him. I just said that. But then you want to be hugging up on Liam when somebody else come knocking at the door. I mean, get her. Oh, she get on my nerve, y'all. But anyway, we move on from there. We go back to Wyatt, Emmy, and Bill. And like I said, she goes on to say, you know, hey, y'all married, everything is hope is steady, everything is, you know, flying, you know, not on the radar, but it is going, you know, without any precautions or anything, just got free flight path. So go on and sail with your marriage or crash and burn, Wyatt, but it's up to you and Steffi that determines that outcome. Bill goes on and give her a little big squeeze, a hug, and a little kiss on the cheek and stuff. So she just still in her cell. And I'm like, I don't know what she talking about. I'm like, Bill is a married man. So what are you getting so happy about? I don't understand. Okay, the man cannot be yours. Then we go on to Thomas and Caroline. He keeps saying he's worried about his sister, but like I said, that's just a ploy to keep her talking because we ain't pretty much talking about nothing. But he need to get his shit straightened out. Then we go to Wyatt. Wyatt comes home from, you know, being with Emmy, the court clerk, and Bill and all that situation. And excuse me, y'all. He rushes home to try to talk to Steffi about the comings and goings and what had went on at the police station, what had happened with the actual no good burglar turning out to be their reverend ordained minister who happens to be, you know, a reverend, still in good standings with the state of California. And yes, he filed out appropriate paperwork with all signatures on everything. So yes, our marriage is legit. But she's not there, y'all. She's still over at Liam's crib. I'm like, really? So he's kind of feeling some kind of way, and I think he texted her, or he was looking through his phone like he was doing something. Then he started getting his fingers to walking on his keypad on his phone. So I'm sure he was texting her to see where she was, when she's coming home, or whatnot. So we leave from that situation. We go to Steffi and Liam. Steffi says she has a lot to think about. She tells Liam she can't just make a decision on the spot like that. She took vows. She took them very seriously. Okay? And they gone in and comes and goes. And, you know, she's talking about her permanent tattoo and Liam trying to justify what that really means. And yes, she still can change her mind and this, that, and the other. Then he goes in to say, hey, take the seashell. You know, every time something not going right or you think you want to leave your marriage, just look at the seashell that I'm going to give you. And just know I'm never going to give up on you and this, that, and that. Just a bunch of bullshit, really. Okay, that FSS. What is it? No, FFS. Fake fuckery shit. Okay? That's basically all that was. And I was so glad Bill came in and just broke their mess up. Because he saw the embracing that they were having towards each other. And he was like, we ain't finna have this. And they didn't even really notice him opening up the door. So he kind of slammed a little bit to get their attention. Oh, excuse me. He goes into full parent mode. He tells Stephanie it's a little late. She need to go on and tend to her husband. And he said that not in a cute way. So she got the picture. Then she gonna pretty much show Liam that she still got the seashell or whatever. That she gonna always remember that he's supposed to come get her or save her from a loveless marriage of sorts. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, Stephanie. I'm tired of you. I wish they put you in a coma somewhere. Oh, or you're not. Why is just too good for you? I wish you would just drop and break his heart so he can really go find somebody and you could stay up there and have many, many, many problems with Liam breaking up because your actions are not up to his standards. Because that's what got y'all in the two different marriages that I remember y'all having. I mean, golly, I'm just sick of you. But anyway, she traipses her butt on out of there and go on home to where she needed to be from the get-go when her husband actually came home to tell her all of his comings and goings at the police precinct, and she wasn't there. But anyway, she go on and leave, making her way back home where Wyatt is waiting for her and, you know, getting ready to pour her some wine and all this and the other, you know, doing his job that he's always been on point with. And then that's when Bill starts to tear into Liam's ass. I mean, he don't like anything that he saw when he came in the door. He pretty much let Liam know from top to bottom. Liam goes into this old pity party mess about what Queen did, that Queen. Well, yep. And he said, yes, she did. But guess what? Didn't nobody hold no goddamn gun to Steffi's head and tell her to go on to the next best option, which was your brother. She did that on her own. Good, free mind, solid mind and body, sound. Everything was just, in correct alignment for her to make a correct decision. She could have just decided to just wait and time and wait for you to come up or show up, either dead or alive. Could have at least been a year. But man, please, she jumped at the opportunity for somebody to come rescue her out of her misery. And your brother was the one that did that. Was it right? Hell no. Can we have a concern about it? No, we're not. Okay? So get it together, or I will have to just say you're not a part of the family no more, because I'm not going to have this little incident of a woman coming into breaking up two brothers' friendship and messing with my family. Okay? That's not going to happen, Liam. Then Liam started getting mad at his dad, talking about, you were our best support, this and that. He said, yeah, but that's before I knew for a fact that the marriage is legit. Okay, stop chasing after a married woman. The look is not good. And, of course, you couldn't say I didn't raise you that way. But, hey, he threatened them. He got on his ass real good. And I was there for him, even though it was like the pot calling the kettle black, in a sense, because isn't he going after two sisters? Okay? Isn't he married, but he trying to fool with somebody else? I mean, come on, Bill. The pot calling the kettle black. But since you on a main thing of getting your son straight and trying to keep him on the straight and narrow, okay, I'm here for you all day, every day. Yes, you show out. You get the Academy Award today for most stand-up actor in a dramatic scene, because I even felt like, damn. Well, damn. That's how I was doing the whole time. I like get into his ass, because, like I said, everybody has consequences. You could choose the right way to do things, or you could choose the wrong way to do things and then close your eyes, okay, on the part that comes to be a little bit a sore spot for most people, which in fact you are dealing with a married woman. So respect those boundaries. But Bill go a little further. He takes it a little further, a step further, y'all, into the abyss, I would say. So he told Liam if he don't get his shit together and stop running after his brother's wife, he would just disbar him or ostracize him or excommunicate, is the word they use, from the family. He would strip him down to bare nothing. Okay? He would take all his awards, all his accolades, everything he gave him under the Spencer's entity or name, he would take from him. Okay? He'll leave him like a poor pauper. He said he would kick him out the organization, Spencer Enterprises. He would go fend for himself. And yeah. And then he's gonna take the business prospects from him. He's gonna take the family away from him. I mean, he got desperate, and Lynn was even looking like, well, goddamn, over this, that you do this to Wyatt when he was sitting there, and then he was like, don't even go there, son. You're playing a broke record. Grow up. Yes, I'm treating you like a child because you're acting like a child. But he pretty much got Bill's point of view after, Bill had to keep running it down from the top to his head to the sole of his feet. He had to keep drilling, like Liam just was not getting it. And even when he proposed the idea of the marriage possibly not being legit, Stephanie didn't jump up at your beck and call and say, yes, 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 I will follow you. Yes, get me out of this, terrible marriage, this loveless marriage. She didn't say all that, Liam. That was a clue. And then your dad brought up several good points that y'all were married 2 times before. And you even said it yourself many times. So what the hell is this going to be so different? Because the whole thing is, what's her name? Steph is a free spirit. She's going to do what she want to do. And then she's going to look for forgiveness after the fact. You don't appreciate that. Okay? So why you think that's going to change? Because it definitely hasn't changed. It hasn't. Wyatt ain't tried to censor her or anything, but he does check her when he feel he needs to. Okay? So give it up, like your daddy say, before you go and just don't be, you don't have nothing. Then you are gonna need him to be looking for Queen, okay? But anyway, we leave that situation. We go to commercial. We come back. We're on Thomas and Caroline. Thomas looking at the picture of Ridge, Caroline, and Baby Douglas, and he's not liking the photo, y'all. He's looking at their family, but he reminds Caroline that that's not true. He is not the family. He is not the father of Baby Douglas. He is. So he's feeling some kind of way. And Caroline go on and try to stroke his ego here and there. We move back to Steffi and Wyatt. Stephanie has definitely made it home. Wyatt is pouring 2 glasses of wine. And of course, Stephanie makes a little gesture. He said, well, these 2 cups was mine. If you want one, I'll pour you another. But he wasn't. He was pretty much waiting on her to show up whenever. Now, he could have drunk both of them and she would have took a little longer. But she got there in the nick of time. And he's going over the comings and goings of what had happened. He didn't ask her where she was. He kind of figured where she was. But, he was just saying, I'm going to fight for you. I know we have something, this, that, and the other. And, again, she's playing like, I don't know what. She don't got on my goddamn nerve. We ain't going to go over her little spiel no more. 'Cause like I said, she want to be in both their arms. She want to play like she's the victim. And Liam's playing like he the victim. And I don't know why. It's the only one standing up like a G. I like, damn. Yeah, we also gonna move on from that situation because it's fucked up. But anyway, we go back to Bill and Liam, and Bill's talking to Liam about letting it all go or face the consequences. Now he don't set the parameters. He don't tell him what can happen. He's hoping he make the smarter, logical choice, which is to do what he says, which is very logical. And it needs to be followed, period, point blank. But with Liam is still going off the shit. Whatever. We go to commercial. We come back. We're on Carolina Thomas. They're having still that moment together. But Thomas is basically really telling Carolina so many words. He cannot go along with this facade. He cannot play like he's what do you call it? Douglas's brother. And it should come out this week that he's basically going to be, you know, changing his mind about the perceptions he thought he was going to be able to follow. But he not. He want his family, and he want Carolina to be a part of that family. So we look forward to seeing more cut-ups from him later in the episodes coming this week. Then we go back to Bill and Liam. Liam calls his dad a SOB, and he said, "You acting just like your dad." Then Bill give him an elementary lesson of how he made mistakes because of his father didn't have a choice, and his sister being a lesbian and all this, and she didn't have a choice. It was due to how their father treated them. But he's saying he was telling Liam, "I've always been there for you since the day I knew you were my son. I've always been there for you. I fought for you. I did this, that, and the other." Liam's still not understanding, but Bill just told him, look, consequences, son, consequences. So we go to the last and final scene where we're with Wyatt and Steffi, and they're having their moment together, and he goes and embraces her for knowing that he is, in fact, her husband, and, he wants things to stay as they are. And Steffi, it's like all in his arms, feeling secure, this, that, and the other. But then she has a sad look on her face as time progresses when they're filming that, what is she going to do with Liam? Okay, you either want security and someone that trusts you and treats you like an adult, or you want to go with Liam, and the possibilities are he gonna not like you for something. He's gonna judge you accordingly, and then y'all gonna break up, and make up and all this kind of crap. Anyway, guys, that's all I had for The Bold and the Beautiful that aired on Tuesday, June 14th, 2016 at 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. And hope you enjoy it. And I look forward to narrating and giving you visuals tomorrow, which will be Wednesday the 15th. So you all have a blessed afternoon, and I will talk to you soon.